Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to this episode of Campus World BB Naija Review. And today we're talking about the eviction show and some of the new twists that Big Brother has included into the show to make it more interesting. One thing I like about this particular eviction show is that Ebuka did not shake a lot of tables, because one thing I realized from Big Brother Titans was, because of the role Ebuka played in shaking tables, it actually affected the games of people like Yemi. Because Big Brother actually called him out and he spoiled his game, because Yemi was playing a mad ass game. So, and it just changed the dynamic of the house, because now people were scared to be themselves and to be their conniving, malicious, manipulating self. Because they were like, Ebuka will call me on Sunday. So I like the fact that he didn't do that, so that people continue to be their ugly selves and their beautiful selves, whichever way they show up. He just put some cues here and there, but nothing direct, nothing where they feel like they're nothing to a point where they feel overly conscious, because they're already on camera, so they have every right to feel conscious, like, oh, I'm on TV. But I feel like Ebuka calling them out every Sunday will just make it worse. So I am glad that he didn't do that. So now that that has been said, I also like that Ebuka didn't even call on Ilebaye or anything to maybe give the housemates any hints that maybe this girl is gathering clout. But one thing he said is, you people, some of you are treating your fellow housemates like fans, instead of knowing that you're in the house and everything is like zero. So everybody has a right to play the game. A lot of people online are like, Angel, I hope you are hearing, because that sub is for you, because of how she carried Mrs. Matter on her head yesterday, and even Venita. And I also like the fact that he just asked about the BFFs, just light-hearted things, nothing heavy. Love it. Now let's talk about the twist. Let's just get straight into the twist, because this twist is twisted, and this is why I say that. I worry that this twist will cause a rift within the fan base, and let me explain. Typically, what happens is the people with the least amount of votes get sent home. Now, the twist when it comes to the voting is there'll be an eviction jury of some ex-housemates. So after the viewers have voted, the people with the least amount of votes, the jury will now decide who gets to go home. So my question is, if among the least amount of votes, like the last three people, I'm just using this as an example, it might be four, but the four with the least amount of votes, or three with the least amount of votes, the ex-housemates that come in the jury have a sentimental attachment or a personal vendetta against some of them, and then the person with the lowest votes gets to be saved for their own personal reason or some bias of their own. And then people who actually, even though they were part of the lowest four votes, but in that category they had a vote higher than the least, they get to go home. So it's going to cause a lot of rift. However, that is why we're here. We're going to watch it play out, and then we'll talk about it, because I really don't know. It sounds really interesting, because it's going to add another layer to the Sunday live eviction. There's going to be too much tension, and it also means that the ultimate evicting power is no longer in the hands of the audience. So I don't know if that's going to go well with the fan base, because if a fan base votes for their person, and then somehow the jury chooses another person to stay and their own person to go, even though that person doesn't have the least vote, it might not be so nice. But let's see how it goes. That's just one mad twist. Now, another twist, which is sweeting me in my stomach, because I want to see how this is going to play out tomorrow, is, I'm not sure of the name, but I think the name is Pardon Me Please. So what that means is that instead of housemates putting up each other for eviction, they get to save each other. So housemates get to plead their case, and they get to choose who to save. Now, why I think this is going to really shake the game a bit is, so far, all the alliances that they have been forming, they have decided on who they're going to vote. And I'm telling you authoritatively, based on tonight, Ilebaye is going to be nominated by almost every alliance in the house. Ilebaye. And then they're still contemplating between Doyin or Princess. So the two people that they're going to vote for, between Doyin and Princess. Ike still wants to save Doyin. If Ike is interested in putting Angel up, but I understand why he's interested in putting Angel up. Angel called him out yesterday, called him out his name, insulted him, fought him, so he's taking it personal. He has every right to. But apart from that, Ilebaye is like general consensus. So now that they cannot mention Ilebaye because they're not choosing who will be like voted off, they're only choosing who gets to stay. That will be very interesting. Because, and especially if Big Brother makes, when they tell you to save somebody, your initial instinct is to save yourself. But once Big Brother makes it a thing where you can't save yourself, you have to save another person, that will really test these alliances. Because you might be in an alliance because it's convenient to just choose who is going to go, but choosing who to stay is a different thing. You trust your alliance enough to know, you know what, me and you may not like each other, but at least we can agree on one thing. We both want this person to go. But I don't know that I can trust my alliance enough to say I'm saving you. And I'm going to, in saving you, I'm putting myself on the chopping block and I risk leaving. So it's going to shake it. And even up till now, as I do this video around midnight, these guys are still busy concluding of the alliance, saying Ilebaye is going home because that's their consensus. And I get why they can come to that conclusion. She has been in multiple fights in the house with different people, so it makes sense. It makes sense for them to continue to, you know, pick on this person and say, you know, this one is just the, like Kidwaya said ever so conveniently, she's the low-hanging fruit. It's just easy. I mean, it's easy. Just send her away. And Kidwaya is like, see, for him, he will send Princess away because she's not bringing anything to the show. Me as a viewer, I agree. She's not bringing anything to the show. Ilebaye is bringing a lot to the show. Though he's bringing something. Princess, nada, zilch. Nah, nothing. So we'll see how it goes when they finally deliver this news to them tomorrow. But I must confess that this All-Star season has not disappointed. This is just 1 week and it feels like months already because of the amount of drama. In fact, Saturday night alone, we had a drama, a week's worth of drama in one night, because it was as if, you know, you are in a land filled with bombs that were waiting to explode. So immediately one bomb went off, every other bomb was just going off, because it's like Ilebaye and Neo, then before you know Venita is going off, before you know Mercy is going off, before you know Angel, like everybody just the para. Everybody just the para. And like, yeah. But please, people of God, go on, para, so that I can sit on my popcorn and enjoy the show. So yeah, that is it on the eviction show. Very interesting. Well done to Ebuka and, you know, everybody that made it work. And I like the fact that they are not shaking too many tables, because we want people to show up as themselves. We don't want to tell them what's going on outside and then they begin to adjust. Let them continue to show up as they are, and then let's see how the game will play out. So that is that on the eviction show. You can also check out my other video where I talk about the Ilebaye drama with almost everybody and Mercy and AK and everything. So stay tuned. Bye.